All right, we're here with head baseball coach Ryan Goodwin to preview the upcoming season. Coach, you're through the fall, you're through winter workouts. Kind of talk about what you guys have done this fall to get ready for the season.
This fall, we set 2 goals for the team for the whole season, and we want to be a program that we're a 35-plus win program every year. And then we want to handle in the classroom as well, so we set a goal of a 3.25 team GPA. Well, obviously we couldn't do anything towards the 35-plus wins in the fall, but we did knock it out of the park with the GPA. Got a 3.29. That's last year we had a 3.01 for comparison. So we killed it in the classroom as a team. But then on the field stuff, we brought in some new guys, really good, talented group of freshmen. How many will actually crack varsity this year, I don't know, because we do have a lot of guys coming back from last year. But they definitely brought an infusion of talent and personality to the group. But more than anything, you can tell with this group we got a lot of returning starters, and we all know we've left some games on the table last year. We left some golden opportunities. We should have been a team in that conference tournament last year, and we weren't. Lost a lot of close games, so there's a little edge to us. The big thing on the pitching side is we had some of the guys we brought in that are pretty talented, but they had some sort of baggage, whether it's having set out a year or coming off an arm surgery. So it's been trying to work those guys back in smart, have a plan for them, and then positionally it's just been trying to readjust our offensive philosophy a little bit. That's going to help us win more of those three-run games. Because I believe it was last year we lost 20 games by 3 runs or less, and so we know that's the big thing. We got to win those close games, get that winning mentality going, and so we've really preached that and worked that quite a bit.
You kind of mentioned some returners coming back. In a little bit we'll talk with Max Taulbee and Wyatt Logan, but who are some guys this year that you see stepping up and filling some leadership roles?
Well, definitely as far as on the returning side, Wyatt is kind of the heartbeat. He's not the most outgoing guy at times, but he's a guy, his voice gets respected. He's really grown into being a senior. Another guy, Michael Owen, is a guy that everybody respects. When I got here, he essentially walked onto the team. He was coming to Baker, wanted to play baseball, so I didn't actually technically recruit him, but that's one of the biggest blessings we've had in my 4 years here, because the work he's put in over 4 years, everybody's seen it, and it filters down, and he's such a great teammate. And his voice really commands respect from guys. So I expect, and there are 2 main catchers. So it's great that those 2 guys are stepping up in a leadership position. Max, everybody knows about Max. He's a 4-year guy. A lot of big things have been projected for him in his time here, and he's performed well. But he knows he can take it to another level. But more than anything, it's the whole group that we got that those guys can really help push each other. On the pitching side, David Tudhope. He's not the most talented guy, but he's definitely the guy that gets the most out of his ability. So a lot of guys see that, and then, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Will Edwards, just because he's that guy that keeps everybody loose from time to time, sometimes too loose for my liking, but you kind of need that clown at times. So Will bring that little looseness to us, plus guys know when we can get him on the mound, he's got the stuff to back it up. So it's kind of a bunch of different personalities mixed in. I really like where our senior class is. I like what they can do. You see really maturity from guys like Jason Chambers right now, who's really starting to figure it out. So I really like what the senior class can do as leaders this year, and then hopefully it's just going to filter down with everybody else.
And then so far this winter it's been really cold, really wet with a lot of snow. You guys have been inside a lot. What do you guys do inside to kind of prepare to be outside?
Well, luckily this year we did have one change. Coach Hauser and Coach Garcia with wrestling came up with an idea, and we basically manipulated in where in the past we had one 55-foot cage. Now we have 2 70-foot cages in maybe, and you can already see the difference in our hitters. We've been able to get outside a couple times in scrimmage, and in my 4 years here, this is by far and away the furthest along our hitters have been at this point in the season. They're close to game ready. I don't think you're ever completely game ready in February, but they're close. Their timing's there. It's just fixing a few things. We're able to basically get double the swings we have in the past. So that's been the biggest difference, is just getting in the cage, really preaching the approach we want. working B hacks in 2-strike situations to cut out strikeouts, things of that nature. And then we've been able to throw some pins and everything, but really the way it's been set up is we've been trying to get in that rhythm of what it'd be in a week anyway, where we're typically going to practice lighter on the weekend when we have the huge long weekends. Well, we've got lucky the past couple weekends where we had breaks in weather, and we're able to go to the Urban Youth Academy in Kansas City, a great facility the Royals built for the community, but we've been able to get outside on both their fields and scrimmage both weekends and really get those game reps in and hopefully have us prepped to go this Sunday.
Then you'll hit conference season. Kind of talk about where you see things stacking up with that and what you expect from your guys.
We're picked preseason 9th. You can look at preseason rankings a couple different ways. A lot of people are going to vote off name recognition, things of that nature. When I see everybody in the conference, as long as we're healthy and we got the right guys out there and we get the right mindset, I believe we can go toe-to-toe with anybody. Now, that being said, I thought at this time last year, we thought the same thing too. So there's that whole thing about having potential, whether or not you can live up to it. Potential is one thing, but do you actually let that potential out? And so hopefully we got to this fast start. I think it's real critical we do that and then get that springboard into conference, because if we got momentum going into conference, I like where we set up. I like the depth of our pitching staff. I think another big advantage we're going to have is I've always kind of managed more of a 9-inning game. This year we're playing a lot more 9-inning games in conference. And it is two different styles. When you take those 6 outs out of a game, how you manage your pitching staff, how maybe you value some of the outs and do stuff on bases bunting. It is a big difference in managing those games and creating momentum. And so believing that we have, personally I believe, without seeing anybody, I think we're going to have the deepest pitching staff in the league as long as we keep everybody healthy. Where we have the most talent and best, I don't know, but the deepest, I think we got that. And when you can really get in the conference and get building, that's going to factor. And so, the rankings are what they are, and that's based off of what you've done in the past. You got to earn your way up the rankings, but I think we got the team that can.
Again, this is head baseball coach Ryan Goodwin. Good luck this season, coach.
Thank you, KP.
We're here with seniors Max Taulbee and Wyatt Logan. First, Wyatt, we'll start with you. Kind of talk about how this fall's gone and what you guys have done to prepare for the season.
Well, I think this fall actually went really well. Coming in, we got a good mix of new transfers coming in and returners, and I think we're meshing very well, and looking forward to the spring.
Max, what about you?
I agree. I think we have a lot of good transfers with good heads on their shoulders, and I think they're ready to go.
It's been cold out. You guys have been inside a lot. What do you guys do inside to try and prepare yourself to be ready to play outside?
I think it's all about the mental rep, just getting yourself prepared. We've only had a few days to be outside this spring, so I know we're both looking to get out on the field soon and just getting ready to play.
Max, anything to add?
Yeah, I think he's right. It's all about just having the right mindset, and I think we've done a good job of keeping the grind strong.
You guys are 2 senior leaders for the team. Kind of talk about, other than seniors, who would be some guys that you would see stepping up this year and taking a leadership role?
I think one guy's going to be key for us to be Bailey Patton. He's a shortstop last year, coming back. I think he's going to improve. Also, Brian Rashinsky, totally having a bigger role on the mound this year, as well as playing some midfield, and he hit pretty well for us last year. So I think those 2 guys entering their second season, I think we'll see some good things from them.
I'm excited to see what our transfers can do. We have a lot of guys that are going to be playing key roles. They're transfers, and they've developed really well, and I'm excited to see what they can do.
What are you guys expecting coming into this season?
Well, since the first day in the fall, our goal has been to have 35 wins as a team and have that 3.25 GPA. That's something that Coach Goodwin and the staff has instilled in us, and that's something we're striving for. I know it was bitter last year not making the conference tournament. Max is one of the few guys only to been there in this program, so we want to get those wins and get our team to the postseason.
I think we're just ready to go. Like you said earlier, we've been inside so long. I think it's just going to be a good opportunity to get out there and actually see our hard work come to fruition.
All right, again, it's Max Taulbee and Wyatt Logan, seniors on the Baker baseball team. Good luck this year, guys.
Thank you.